So, what are we making today?
We're making some wood-fired pizza in our Mugnainii pizza oven. And we have like 3 different pizzas tonight. A Mexican steak pizza.
Where did the inspiration for tonight's menu come from?
We pulled these 3 pizzas from our current menu that we have. We have the elote pizza, our steak pizza, which is called the Mexican Power, and a perzola. And so these are all like fan favorites of ours. The elote has fresh roasted corn. It's topped with like all of the traditional like toppings you'd find for like Mexican street corn. So we have cotija cheese, sour cream, cilantro, tahini, and fresh squeezed lime. And then our steak pizza has this like really good like chile base. And then it looks like a regular like red sauce like pizza with like the mozzarella cheese, but there's like a nice spice in the sauce. And then compared with like the fatty steak, it's really good.
What makes a pizza a fan favorite?
Usually, like, we have people coming up to us throughout the night when we're catering, and they're saying like, this pizza, I want more of it. It's out on the table, like we need more. It's just like flying off the table. And it's like, we just hear so much feedback all the time. Like, even if we're tucked away in a corner somewhere at an event, people are still like trying to come out and talk to us and find us. A lot of them are fan favorites, but these are just the 3 we chose for today.
It's kind of like a Linda's favorite also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you making right now, Linda? Is that a pear?
So right now I'm making, it's called the perzola, and it's called the perzola because it's got pear and gorgonzola cheese. So I stretched out the dough, put a little Corto olive oil and some Parmesan cheese, a little oregano, and I'm gonna put some freshly sliced pears. Because when it comes down to making our pizzas, we love to use like the freshest ingredients. I like to use pretty much like locally sourced if I can, whenever I can, and seasonal products. So these pears are in season right now, and they're really sweet. And then this one, a good friend of mine gave me the idea because she tasted this pizza at a restaurant, and for maybe about 4 years, she kept on telling me, like, you gotta try this perzola cheese pizza with pears, and she'd tell me all the ingredients on it, but it never really sparked an interest until like one day I decided, okay, I'm gonna make this. She's here, I'm gonna make this pizza, and it's been a hit ever since. So I just called it the perzola.
Pizza makers, if you're looking for a premium pizza cheese, Baccio cheese is the game changer you need. With a kiss of buffalo milk, Baccio delivers unbeatable melt and stretch for your perfect pizza every time. Plus, with a Baccio Gold Club Rewards program, you earn cash back for every pound of cheese you buy, up to 18 cents per pound. So the more cheese you use, the more you earn. To request a sample, use the link in the show notes and make sure you tell them What's Good Dough sent you. What is the most requested pizza when you go out and cater?
Probably our al pastor pizza. Yes, because we marinate the pork, for a couple of days, then we slowly cook it in the oven, and then we shred it, and then we make a guajillo chili sauce as the base, and then we add like a white coastal cheddar cheese, and then we do a little bit fresh mozzarella, and then the cooked al pastor pork on top, and then we bake it in the oven. It comes out, and then we top it with fresh cilantro, lime, and some cotija cheese, and it's really good. It's kind of like your favorite al pastor taco, but pizza style.
So you bring your clients, or at least your potential clients, to your house, and you host them and make pizza here?
You really can't find me at a public event, because I do all private events. Occasionally we'll do like a public event, like a wine, festival, art festival. But so when people find us like on our website or through Instagram, they reach out to us and they say, hey, like, where are you going to be set up at so I can go taste your pizza? I said, well, actually, I'm not really set up anywhere, but I can invite you over to my house and we can have a pizza tasting. And these are usually people that are interested in me catering their wedding. And, as any other caterer, you don't want to hire a caterer without tasting their food, making sure it's, good. They come up to the house and we just have a really fun time getting to know each other.
It's pretty personal. Yeah, we have our dog and our cat out here. Like, our family is walking in and out, like grabbing slices of pizza too. I think planning events can be like really stressful. So if they can see how the pizza is being made and they can actually taste the pizza and get to know us as well and like us as people, I think it really calms their nerves. And they're like, okay, like, I'm really excited for my event now. I know how it's gonna go. And we're just like so excited to see them at their event too and like to serve them.
But once they get here, they're really surprised, because of our backyard, our pizza oven, because they're thinking that I'm going to just make them one little pizza. There you go, taste it, you like it, yes or no, goodbye. But it's not about that. It's like an experience for them. Basically, yeah, it's a party. We start off as strangers in the night, and then by the end of the evening, it's like a party that doesn't want to end.
As a pizza maker, I'm a firm believer that a great product starts with great ingredients. And when it comes to olive oil, there's nothing better than Cordo olive oil. Made from California-grown olives picked at their peak, Cordo brings a fresh, vibrant taste that really enhances your dough, sauces, and the overall flavor of your pizza. That's why so many pizza pros choose Cordo. If you're ready to see what it's about, sign up for a free tasting today. Just click the link in the description. Your taste buds will thank you. One thing I heard you say on an interview with Stephanie of Modernist Pizza is that you par bake your dough so that on the day of the event, you aren't stressing. Tell me more about that.
Par baking's a lifesaver for us. When you're at an event, you're on a schedule, you need to get food out at a certain time. There's so many different variables that can affect the dough, especially temperature. So we do a lot of summer weddings, like we don't want to overproof our dough. By par baking the day of before the event, we can ensure that like the pizzas are gonna come out perfect each time. And then we can assemble a lot of them up ahead of time. So we can just like put them in the oven for 1 or 2 minutes, boom, they're done. We can serve like 100 people in an hour. Cool. So it just makes it so much easier for us.
And at the beginning, I would take the fresh dough to the event, and then I would be balling it at the event. Then it wouldn't be ready in time for them to eat. Like we'd be running late. So after about 3 times doing that, I thought, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna par bake them like the morning of, the day before. Sometimes we do that the day before. If it's like large events that we have to do, that way it's like one less stress that is off my plate.
So it's as simple as launching a dough into the oven and then letting it bake a little? What do you do so that it doesn't rise up in the middle?
No, it does sometimes, but I can see like there's no bubbles here. If I see like there's like a large bubble, I'll kind of pop it a little bit. But this one looks really good. And I just launch it. And it just takes like maybe not even a minute.
I was saying par baking really helps us a lot because we're not just doing pizzas, we're always doing like salads and appetizers and desserts. So yeah, just one less thing to worry about.
There's your par bake.
Yeah.
It's quick.
That's all you need.
And how do you store these?
I will wrap them up in like cotton towels. And I'll just like wrap them up real nicely, but I'll put parchment paper in between, and I just keep them in a basket, and I'll just like unwrap them and pull them out. But I like to keep them nice and wrapped so that they don't dry out on me. So I've been doing this for years, and it works great because, like, let's say I only have an hour and a half for dinner. I can start prepping these like 2 hours before, assembling them, and I'll have like 50, 75, 100 like ready to go. I've been pretty lucky. The venues that I go to, like they have kitchens, like large kitchens that we can, use their kitchens and store the pizzas in there. So that way they're not sitting out in the sun. And then we just roll the rack out to the oven and we just start baking them, and then it takes half the time. It takes like about 2 minutes for a pizza to cook with all the toppings on it. This one is a steak pizza. It's a ribeye steak right here. And I sliced it super thin, when it was like half frozen. Just some salt and pepper, and I just pulled out of the freezer a little while ago. And we have this fresh guajillo chili that we're gonna put as a base. So there's another reason why I like par baking, because if this was just like, this is fresh dough. It's fresh dough. And we just like par baked it, a couple minutes ago. But if I was to stretch out this pizza like nice and fresh and had it just sitting there with another 50 pizzas, there's no way I can do it. I'm going to be trying to throw like a sloppy pizza into here and like just sticks on the board. This way, I'm not going to have a floppy pizza. Like it's going to be nice and crispy. I love that. And I don't like a pizza when you slice it and all the toppings are falling off. So my goal is to make a pizza that's nice and crusty without the toppings just falling off onto your plate. And we'll just put them on cardboards, or we have like trays that we'll put them on as well. And then we just put them in the pizza rack. And like Abby was saying, we can serve 100 people like less than an hour. We're pretty quick.
So this is a smaller size oven, but our oven on our trailer, that's like the commercial size. So that holds like 7 or 8 pizzas at a time. And I'll just be there rotating them. So yeah, like we just have different people, we have people waiting for them when they come out. So they're immediately sliced and topped with whatever ingredients go on after, and then they're on the buffet table ready to be served.
I bought this oven from Andrea Mugnainii back in 2004. Andrea, unfortunately, she passed away a few years ago, but she was my pizza mentor, and she taught me all about the oven. And the first day my husband and I walked into her shop, we kind of like fell in love with the oven. Sounds kind of weird, but that's exactly what happened. I'm like, I need this for my backyard. So we purchased the oven and we started making pizza. And then at the time when I started doing research, like how can I open up a catering business and incorporate pizza? Well, Andrea was building the wood-fired oven on a trailer. And I was really intrigued with that. So I decided I was going to get one, but I wanted to design my own. So, and my brother-in-law, he's a welder. He's an ornamental welder, and he welded our trailer. We designed the trailer and he welded it all together. So we've been in business for almost 10 years.
Okay, think back to when you started your business. How did you get your first set of customers?
Well, my first gig that I got was a good friend of ours, and his son was having a graduation party, and they found out I was going to start this business, and they reached out to me and said, "Hey, Linda, we heard what's going on. You're building a trailer. It's going to be done, ready by the end of May." And I'm like, for sure, it will be ready. He said, "Okay, we want to be your first customer. We're having 120 people over. Can you do it?" I said, "Yeah, I got it." So I show up there with a bucket of dough and 50 pounds of chicken, you name it, I had it. I learned my very first lesson. Like, don't bring fresh dough and try to ball it for 120 people, half hour before the event. That was the first mistake. Dough has a mind of its own, and it's unpredictable. You don't know what that dough is going to do. It was a hot day, so it was expanding really fast, and to ball it and then to top it and bake it, it took us a long time.
I was there at that first party as a guest. I think I was 12 or 13 at the time, but I still remember walking up to her tent, checking in, hey mom, how's it going? I was like, okay, I see you're a little, is there anything I can do? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the first event was probably the most stressful, and everything has kind of just gotten better since then.
There's people that I knew and some people I didn't know, and there's one person came up to me and says, hey, I have a Mugnainii oven. I really need help how to use it. Do you think you can come over to my house? Do you do private lessons? And I said, yep. So I went to that person's house and gave him some lessons of how to use their oven. And then there was another gal there that said, hey, I'm having a birthday party for my son. He's turning 18. Are you available on this date? Which was about a month after this first party. And I said, yes, I am. And I didn't have no business cards or nothing. I had the business license. I had all my permits, everything. I work out of a commercial kitchen, so it's a legit operation that we do. And so after that, I started getting business here and there, just word of mouth. I had one gal who was at an art festival that I was at. I was selling pizza there. She comes up to me and she shows me her ring and says I just got engaged and I want pizza for my wedding. And I'm like, pizza for a wedding? I'm like, this is cool. This is really cool. And sure enough, she calls me a month later, and she was my first wedding, and it was a hit. Everyone loved it, and we had so much fun at that wedding. And then, but ever since then, it's been word of mouth, and that's how I built my business. We do a lot of things besides pizza. I mean, I've done prime rib, Thanksgiving turkey. We do tequila shrimp appetizers. We do desserts and breads, and you name it. That oven that's our stovetop. I always tell people, it's just like a stovetop. You can cook just about anything in that oven perfectly. And then at every event, we have a little pre-meeting, I'll tell them what the event is for, the name of the couple, how many people we're serving, and my expectations, and because customer service is number one in my book. If we don't have good customer service, then I don't think we have much. That's the number one key, customer service. We always treat the customer with respect and kindness as if they are a family member, and sometimes, we don't know what their story is. So we have to be always kind to them and just show them some love, give them an extra slice of pizza if they're having a bad day or whatever it may be. There's nothing that can't be solved by a slice of pizza.
Final question. I'd love to hear from both of you. No right or wrong answer, but what's good dough?
What's good dough is coming out of a wood-fired oven, topped with passion and lots of love.
I think good dough is made surrounded by your friends and family, and doing something you're passionate about. Yeah. Yes. Firing up love, fired up fresh.
All the way, baby.